Today we're in the Inland Empire, in Chino, visiting a restaurant called Nguyen's Kitchen. This is in the Chino Spectrum Towne Center, at the corner of Grand and Pipeline, across from Starbucks where the Jollibee used to be. We ordered online and stopped in for pickup, and ordered enough food to last us a couple of days. Here's what we got. I love Vietnamese coffee, but unfortunately my body cannot handle coffee. So no café soda from me. However, I did really need caffeine, and luckily for me, my next favorite, Thai iced tea, was on the menu. And of course we had to try a sip right away. You can't go wrong with Thai iced tea, and theirs was a solid showing. Not too cloyingly sweet. My only minor complaint was that it was a little difficult to mix in the cream at the top, so I ended up drinking pure cream when the tea was gone. And I do wish they had more Vietnamese drinks on the menu. But overall, not bad. We may or may not have gotten into the fries in the car. I don't know if there's actually something in the seasoning or if we're just smelling everything else we ordered, but these CAJUN fries taste like a good crab boil. A bit soggy, but since we ordered ahead, they may have been sitting for a bit before we got to them. And in case you were wondering, the sandwiches do not come with fries, so you'll want to order these separately. I was a little confused by this house spicy green sauce. They gave us a bunch of little containers of it, but it didn't really work with the fries, or any of the other dishes, except for this banh mi. As for the banh mi, it was interesting. The meat was pretty decent. The da chu was super sweet and very fine, so it didn't add as much crunch as I'm used to. There were no jalapenos, which I didn't mind too much since I usually give mine to Sun, but it still struck me as odd. And then there were thick spears of cucumber. Cucumber in banh mi isn't super uncommon, as I've had that both here and in Vietnam. But these seemed like they had a little too much of the seedy center of the cucumber because they made the sandwich soggy. And then the bread was not bad, but just okay. Overall, the sandwich was overwhelmingly sweet, so dipping the sandwich in the green sauce helped a good bit. But no, I wouldn't go for the banh mi again. Spicy, says the person with zero spice tolerance. Their pastas are where it's at. This one was on the spicier side of things, assumedly from the spicy sausage, but combine that with the crawfish meat and the tomato cream marinara sauce, I'd definitely eat this again. To be fair, just because it looks like a banh mi, with the doshua and cilantro and such, doesn't mean it is a banh mi. And technically, there wasn't anything labeled banh mi on the menu. These were just called sandwiches. Sadly, these weren't great sandwiches either. This one was the same as the grilled pork sandwich, just with bulgogi beef instead of the grilled pork. Since bulgogi already tends to be a little sweet, I like this one even less than the grilled pork. And the bulgogi flavors contrasted with the spicy green sauce, so that didn't even help much. Did we eat it? Of course we did. Would we buy sandwiches from here again? Absolutely not. But it was worth the sandwich disappointment for these garlic noodles. So worth it. We love these garlic noodles so much that we're already planning to go back for more. A couple of days ago, a friend of mine just happened to share an article about how Vietnamese-style garlic noodles originated in the San Francisco Bay Area. Now, I'd say these are the best garlic noodles I've had, but I've never tried the original Bay Area ones, so road trip, anyone? The shrimp are delicious. Sun compared them to the stir-fried lobster you find at fancy Chinese restaurants. They are definitely, unquestionably jumbo, cooked shell on with the cut down the back to make them easy to peel. Of course, Sun being Sun, I'm pretty sure he ate them shell and all, but my delicate teeth can't handle that, so peeled shrimp it was for me. So, would I go back? Absolutely going to be back for more of that garlic pasta. We brought some to Sun's dad, and he was a big fan as well. We'll just skip the sandwiches next time.